Welcome back to this episode of the Nonsense Podcast. I'm your host, button clicked, effing Bob. There it is. And with me today is Kelly, as soon as I actually managed to flip over to her screen, because I got to do all this stuff. Bam.
It's hard being the engineer.
It's hard being engineer and face. That's bam, and you're not invincible. You're not invincible at all. Jesus Christ, everything went wrong.
So many buttons.
Oh my God. How do you do this? Get out of here. There you go.
There it is.
Jesus Christ.
What's up, Bob? How you been?
I've been better
Yeah?
if I couldn't hit buttons.
Yes.
That's all I had to do was hit a few buttons, and I couldn't manage. There we go. I'm okay. I'm less sick.
You sound good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm less sick. How are you doing,
I'm great.
Miss Fancy Dog Trainer of the Universe?
Yeah, it's just, I'm doing really well. So, things are looking really good.
As they have been. You've been moving and shaking, and hence why you get on this side again.
Yes.
Because we're too busy and we don't have time for Invincible to show up all the damn time.
Right.
So we gotta push the show along on this side on our own. Substitute. There you go. So how was your week this week?
It was good.
Did you do something fun? Did you train a dragon?
No dragons. Not this time. Maybe next time.
Train a dragon? Like what's this? Little Tooth?
Toothless.
I feel like I did that before.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought it was Little Tooth.
Toothless is the best.
He has teeth.
He does.
Did he not have teeth in the beginning?
He didn't use them, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't remember the movie like that. But, yeah, his name is Toothless.
Okay.
But, yeah, no. But dragons are really fun. They're cool to train. What?
Well, how would you know? You said you didn't train no dragons, huh?
I haven't this week.
Oh.
I have in the past.
I'm sorry. Don't jump down my throat. I don't know what you be doing.
Listen.
Well, if you haven't trained any dragons this week, what did you train? Did you train a cool dog this week?
Yeah. One of my cool clients actually graduated my program.
Nice.
And it was really cool.
Shout out to the graduates.
Yes.
The was this March? April 2023 graduates of RK9. Shout out to you. Cheers.
Cheers. So good job. They were amazing. So good stuff.
Yeah. I didn't do shit but cough up a lung. So.
Well, I'm glad you still have a lung left.
Yeah.
That's good.
I got the left one.
Left one. Well, that's good.
It's better than my detachable penis, I'll tell you that much. Have you never heard of that song before? Oh, shit. Song of the week.
No.
At the top of it, detachable penis.
Listen, I don't even want to know.
That's a great song. That is a great song. It's about a man and his detachable penis. And then he loses it because it's detachable, obviously. It's a detachable penis song, and it's a great song.
All the songs.
You are serious.
Millions.
And millions. But I'm just saying, you've never heard of detachable penis.
No.
Why?
What do you mean?
Why haven't you heard of detachable penis?
What do you mean?
You know what we haven't done in a while?
The worst song.
Worst song or just ridiculous song list. We need to do that again.
Yeah, we do.
Next episode, after the next episode, after one more episode after that. We'll see. We'll get to it. So we had time to put the list together.
Good luck gauging that episode.
It'll come up in the before times.
Okay.
But no, we haven't done that in a while. That was like a thing we just did every year for the shits and giggles of it.
It was a good time.
I don't think we've ever done it for the show.
No, but we did it.
But we've done it personally. So for those of you who aren't in the inner circle, pretty much all we did was just take songs and they can't be purposely bad songs. They have to be regular ass
Legit songs that either have terrible lyrics, terrible
music videos,
or terrible videos.
Right. And I think almost every year for a while I was winning with Cameron. I didn't really have to try hard. I just said, pick a Cameron song. It's trash. Because for those out there who are defending Cameron, you out of your rabbit ass mind. That man rhymed Rudy Tooty, Rice-A-Roni, make you say the okie dokie. Them bars right there. Them bars to people. So, no, I was killing it with Cameron. You came in out of nowhere with, was it The Edge of Darkness or whatever them people's name is?
Is it The Edge of Darkness?
Or the End of Light. So it was something like that, though.
Yeah, I think it's Edge of Dark. I think it's just Darkness.
Yeah, no, it was just
like
Darkness.
That.
It was just Darkness.
Something like that.
But
a thing called love. You know, you gotta listen to that song. I believe in a thing called love. It's a great song. I know most of you've heard of it, but if you haven't, watch that music video. It's gonna blow your mind.
It was weird. It was like, and that one couldn't give it like, because I don't know if they were trying to be serious with that song.
Oh, he's serious.
But that video, it didn't matter if they were being serious or not. They made sure that video was just like, not creepy, but just weird enough where you were just like, stop. Just somebody cut the film. Just cut the fucking film. Like, we don't need all of this. That slow motion ass run he did creeps me out to this day. Shit was so weird. We gotta
British
bring
teeth. Oh.
Yeah, those are some of the most jacked up teeth on the planet, man. Jesus Christ, man. Makes Austin Powers actually look good.
Honestly.
But no, that was good. Then we had Broken Side that we brought in every once in a while. Broken Side are terrible. Shout out to white boys in the fucking cul-de-sac trying to make it in this world. Like, that's just a bad band. Well, I don't want to spoil too much because I think actually we should do this as a show.
We're gonna do this.
But yeah, that's classically bad shit that we just listed off right there. So yeah, we'll make that an episode, and we won't give you good songs to listen to on that episode either. We'll just list a bunch of bullshit, and then just make you list it. I want to know your thoughts on this, and shout out to the effing crew in the world. Comment below, what do you think? We've been giving out some hit songs every episode, right? Do you think we should create a playlist on Spotify? That's a question to everybody.
Absolutely, because we just say the songs. And I feel like
people like the concept of it, or they know the songs. They're like, yeah, that was a great song. But some of them ain't going out their way to listen to some new shit.
Right. And I feel like we listen to such obscure stuff that if we don't put it down for you, you're never going to find it or know what to look for.
True. So there you go. Comment below. Sounds like Kelly's on board. Comment below if you want us to make playlists on Spotify, because you should be listening to us on Spotify anyway. So you're already there. So all we got to do is just create a playlist or two so you can just run over there and just listen to what we already said to listen to.
We can just call it something. We can just call it
effing hits.
Effing hits. And then
effing deep cuts.
And then you just search that and then it's right there.
Sounds like an idea.
Done. It's happening.
It's happening. So look out for effing deep cuts. They hit you so hard with a swizzle. They cut you deep.
Goodness. Make it happen. It's happening.
It's happening. Speaking of which, I've said it twice on the episode. I keep forgetting to mention to you. People want to listen to your podcast, and we just haven't promoted it enough. Yep. I mentioned it enough. But all you have to do is just look up Think Positive Podcast on Spotify and Apple and everything else.
Positive. Like a paw.
Paw. So what we have to do is put your podcast on my website as well.
Oh, yeah.
Just right under it.
Just like a link or?
No, just the same way mine's is on there. Just throw yours right under it.
Okay.
Fuck it. So that way you can listen to everybody's podcast right on the website. No excuses. No excuses. But people are interested. I think the concept of the name being different, they just don't know where to look. Right. But see, it would have been easy if you just went to the link tree. It's on the link tree.
It's on my link tree.
It's on her link tree, right. And her link tree is in the description.
And it's on the
website. See, we made it easy, but you ain't traveling. I'm going to need you to travel. But kudos to you. You are slowly blowing up on the podcast front, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't give you the numbers often, but
no, you don't.
but the numbers.
I have no idea what's happening.
I think you're in, and again, it's early on, but you're in the 10s on each episode now. So that's pretty good. That's pretty damn good. Again, weirdly enough, you have some worldwide fans already. So shout out to the Australians for listening to Think Positive. I don't know where you guys came from.
They like their dogs.
I guess so. They up there shrimps on the barbie and fucking dogs, sweating dogs on the Outback or some shit like that. I don't know. I don't know what Australians do. They be doing weird shit, okay? Leave me alone. Fucking fighting kangaroos and shit. Like, I don't know what the fuck y'all do.
They don't want to fight no kangaroo. They got muscles for days.
Yeah, and Australians ain't got shit else better to do, so what else they gonna do? They out there boxing kangaroos.
That is not the way to do that.
I'm just saying. Did you see that one video of the dude that actually, like, squared up with the kangaroo? Because it was, like, fucking with his dog?
There's a couple of them.
Really? Nah, I only knew the one where, like, it was, like, the kangaroo was fucking with the dog. Then the dude ran out, and he was just like, wow. Just one solid punch.
To the nose?
Right to the face, yeah. And then the kangaroo was just like, the fuck? like, it wasn't even a full fight. It was just one slug. The kangaroo was so damn confused. He like, man, fuck you. I love that video.
No, kangaroos mess with dogs all the time in Australia, and it's just because they are in the same vicinity, so.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it happens. So.
I was gonna say they're not like natural predators or anything like that.
No, not usually. No. Okay. Just for sizing wise, but
they ain't got beef with each other. Is what I'm saying. Ain't no beef between the canines and the kangaroos.
Usually. No.
Okay. They were just like, man, who are you? It literally was the Mickey man all over again. Who is y'all? Mickey. Start throwing hands. Kangaroo didn't know what was going on. He just said, fuck it, I'm throwing hands. I don't know what's going on, but this canine finna get KO'd.
It's awful.
I'm sorry. I'm just saying. The amount of times I'm seeing kangaroos squaring up in the Outback is just crazy, man.
They got muscles for days.
Swole. Who would you pick in a fight? Kangaroo versus gorilla? Gorillas are much stronger, but I feel like the kangaroo's agile. So he finna stick and move real quick. He finna rope-a-dope his ass.
They are, but gorillas, pound for pound, are much stronger.
Okay, well, never mind then.
Like, I'm talking 5 to 10 times stronger.
Damn, that?
Like, much.
But I'm just talking about just squaring up. I feel like the kangaroo just might hit him with a couple jabs and then stick and move.
Have you seen a silverback gorilla square up?
No, I've seen him hairless, though, which is also very scary. You ain't never seen one?
I mean, yeah, but why are you...
Some Joe Rogan shit. You know Joe Rogan be out of his rabbit ass mind.
He is.
He's like smoking weed and shit. You ever seen a gorilla without hair? It's twice as jacked than the most jacked dude you ever seen. Like, just Joe Rogan just be talking some shit, and I don't even think he know what he be talking about. And then he showed it up, and it's just a fucking naked ass gorilla, and it's swole, 8-pack and everything. And I'm just like, but I feel like it's slow. Referencing Dragon Ball, I feel like that's Super Saiyan 2 Trunks.
They're not, though. They're not slow.
No?
No, not at all.
But
I think kangaroos are faster.
Because they got that rabbit. Kangaroos got rabbit style speed. Like they could get you like 30 hits real fast. It might not be the strongest hits, but they finna like hit you with the Killer Instinct combo breaker real fast.
Yeah, that's something we gotta look up. But my money is on a silverback gorilla. Comment
below who you believe is winning that fight: kangaroo versus the gorilla. We specify silverback gorillas.
I mean, I want to make it specific, but
that's fine. We'll put the post up. Put the poll up.
If you're talking silverback gorillas versus kangaroos, gorillas for me. Money's on it.
Okay. I'm not super confident in the kangaroo, but I feel like the kangaroo will hold his own. Is all I'm saying. Like I feel like the kangaroo finna stick and move. That's all I'm saying. He finna come in there and then he gonna dodge. Like the gorilla ain't gonna be ready for all them slips. The kangaroo is Ali, is what I'm saying. That's Ali versus Tyson. I feel like that's as close as you get to Ali versus Tyson.
They're very agile. I'll give you that. They got the tail, so they can.
So that's extra stability.
Yeah, they got the stability on them. Gorillas are just power.
Right.
So they don't care about your moves. They're just gonna power through you.
But that's what I'm saying. But you can't kill what you can't hit. That's what I'm saying. If the kangaroo's sticking and moving, he bobbing and weaving. You ain't got a chance.
It's true.
That's all. I'm hedging my bets on the kangaroo sticking and moving. In a life or death fight, the kangaroo got to be bobbing and weaving. That's all I'm saying. And like you said, he got the tail for stability. He technically got a set of 4 hands if it's carrying a baby. If it's got the baby in the pouch, just like Tekken.
They can't bring the baby.
That's 4 sets of hands. One's going for the face, and then the other one's got the midsection covered.
You're not allowed to bring Joey's into
I'm just saying the little baby could be wailing on the nuts.
You're not allowed to bring Joey's into this.
What you calling them Joey's?
That's what kangaroo babies are called.
They're called Joey's?
Joey's.
That's fucking nuts. So is it legit, like big one's called Jack, and then the baby's called Joey's? Kangaroo Jack and Joey's?
No.
See, I thought they would be called Little Roos, like Winnie the Pooh.
You would think.
Kanga and Little Roo, but most of all, Winnie the Pooh.
You would think, but no. Kangaroo babies are Joey's.
Joey's. That's interesting. So either way, you got the Kanga and the Joe in the corner. Just throwing hands, man. You ain't never played Tekken. That's a 4-hit combo and you ain't even ready for it. The gorilla gonna be confused. I'm just saying. I think that's fair game. I think fair game. You get both of them. The kangaroo's got to have a baby for extra hands. So, I mean, gorillas they make tools now, so they smarter than motherfucker.
That is true. So between a hippo and an elephant, what would you choose?
Oh, hippos all day. Hippos are fucking deadly.
Yes, very.
But, and as we've learned and seen now, an elephant never forgets. So even if you think you won that fight, that elephant's coming back later on to fuck you up. So no, never mind. I'm going for the elephant for resiliency. If the hippo don't kill you, then you got a chance. It's got to off you. Right. But if you don't off that elephant, that motherfucker's hunting you down for the rest of your life. Into the afterlife, and then chasing your family down. He putting the paws on everybody. Elephants has got like OG Brawly sense where they just like, I don't give a fuck who you is or what you about. I'm fucking everybody up. So no, never mind. I changed it to elephant. Elephant is whooping your ass. Past, present, or future, it's gonna figure it the fuck out.
That's fucked, man. I don't know. I still gotta give it to hippos.
They are dangerously strong.
They are super dangerous.
But here's why I give the elephant the credit, or the hippo the credit, is hippos can get you underwater. I didn't know that I thought they could swim. I didn't know they were just like little missiles. They ain't swimming shit.
No,
they're just like, they just gone. Right. For years, I'm thinking the hippos out there at least doggy paddling. No, it's just walking. Just walking there. Once in a while, they'll push off. Get the little torpedo action. So I mean, shout out to the hippos.
But they're so cute when they're little.
Yeah, and they're also, I mean, you seen them teeth? Teeth look like tree barks.
They're like this big.
That's crazy. And I'm not fucking with no hippo. They be out there crushing watermelons and shit with their teeth, no problem. Like no, I'm good.
Yep.
No, but it's the resiliency of the elephant that you can't fuck with. Hippo might let you go after a minute. He ain't got the hippos. Like, it was one of the animals. I feel like if you don't fuck with them, they ain't fucking with you.
Right. Once they get bored, they're just like, I'm just gonna go do something else. But elephants, they don't care. They don't give
a fuck. They'll chase you from Africa to Egypt, which is in. Shut up, because I know somebody's gonna play Africa. Egypt's in there. Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean. They will chase you to the ends of the earth, and they will find you in the afterlife. They are deities for a reason.
That's true.
They are Indian deities. Elephants don't play.
No.
So no, I'm gonna shout out to the elephants. And elephants have been used in war. So they already got the thirst for blood. Hippos ain't got shit on them. Just stay the fuck away from the hippo. I feel like, but hippos are pretty fast too, though, aren't they?
I think so. I think they're like 30.
I was gonna say 30 miles per hour, something like that. But elephants can get up there too, though.
Yeah, I think they're about the same, honestly.
So you ain't outrunning either.
No.
But I feel like you could zigzag the fuck out of a hippo. Like how they say you're supposed to zigzag crocodiles and shit. I feel like you do the same thing to a hippo. Hippo ain't got that turning radius. But elephants, they got long strides. So if you juke one way, he might just use the trunk, juke your ass back where you belong. He's like, wait, no, you come back over here so I can just run straight. You ain't juking an elephant. And I've seen elephants hit that hard, like, dirt bike turn before.
No, yeah, they're super agile, actually.
So, no, fuck that. No, elephant for the win.
If they're older. When they're younger, they're super clumsy.
Well, yeah, they're stupid.
Yeah, they're really clumsy.
I think elephants are the dumbest babies on the planet, next to human babies. Yeah. But elephants are, like, dumbest babies in existence.
Because they take so long to grow.
Right.
Like, elephants are pregnant for, like, 22 months.
No shit.
Yeah, I want to say that's about right. But they have the longest gestation period of any pregnancy of anything on this earth.
Why do you know this shit just offhand, by the way?
I don't know.
So weird that you're just like facts ready. Mind you, I just want everybody to know none of these episodes ever be playing. We just sat down. I literally said before I hit the button, I ain't got shit. Welcome to nonsense. And then she's just spitting straight facts about the elephants. See, that's why you call this a think positive nonsense fusion episode, because this is stupidity with intelligence. But hey, I definitely would have known that the elephants are that long, but they live longer than most animals too, as well, though, don't they? Like they have one of the longer, like other than turtles and shit like that. Like turtles are just like hundreds.
Turtles are longer for sure.
But they get like a good 50 years, right? Elephants?
For sure, yeah. I don't know how long exactly, but they definitely get into their 50s.
Okay. So I don't know many mammalians that last that long. I thought it was averaging like 30 for most animals.
Most whales can get up to their 30s and 40s.
Okay.
As you know, depending
as long as they're left alone and healthy.
As long as, people are out of the way. Sharks can live a long time. There's one shark.
A megalodon.
It's not a mammal, but it just came to mind for age. But there's one shark that we think is getting into like her like 70s.
No shit.
And that's crazy for a shark. So usually they're like 30s.
And by the way, I don't know if because she kind of just glossed over that. Sharks ain't mammals. They lay eggs, apparently.
Like, what, 40% of them?
40%. But there's more than zero than I thought. Yeah. I thought no shark was laying eggs in this bitch. I didn't know sharks were egg-laying motherfuckers.
No, I think is it the other way? I think it's the other way. I think 40% are live birth and then the rest are eggs. Or something like that. But 40% of it is something. Right.
Either way, I don't think anybody was thinking there was a shark egg.
I'm out of practice from my aquarium days.
Fine. It's just the fact that, again, I thought they all just gave live birth. I didn't know there was any shark eggs.
Yeah, what's funny is,
Can you scramble them bitches? I'm just asking questions.
Can you scramble? In some countries, they do.
I want to see what a scrambled
shark egg tastes like. I don't know, though, because they are protected.
Well, yeah. I'm not I'm not an activist of tasting everything.
Right.
But I am a fat ass and I'm curious. And I'm just curious what a shark egg would taste like. Do we only eat like caviar fish eggs? I don't think we scrambling anybody else's eggs, are we?
I don't know.
Well, fish don't have heart-shaped eggs either way. Like they all have them soft eggs, right?
Yeah. They don't have a calcium egg. Like you think of like a
chicken
egg does. Right. But they do have a membrane, like a rubbery type membrane.
Right. Like the what the fuck is that movie? Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
Like they all have eggs like that, is what I'm saying. Most fish. Mm-hmm. All right. See? Look. Learning something. I would just be asking dumbass questions, and now I get dumbass answers on the fly. So my point being is you ain't scrambling shark eggs either way because they don't break up. I'm assuming they wouldn't break up and mix. Because, I mean, if we want to try, we just try and scrambling some caviar, I guess. It would be similar, right?
Same thing, basically.
Comment below if you would try some scrambled shark eggs.
It's terrible. But if you look at a shark egg, and what's really cool is a lot of aquariums will have, like, shark eggs. If they do reproduce sharks, which is a really cool process if you ever do see it. Mm-hmm. But you can actually watch the whole thing because sharks are not a species that really takes motherhood into their day-to-day.
They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, no. So they...
Replacement.
Yeah. What they do, if they do lay eggs, they drop the eggs off in a coral reef and they take off. So things like zebra sharks will tie these sacs along coral beds, and you'll see them kind of like scratching their bellies along. That's them tying eggs to coral reefs, and they tie these little strings along, and there you go. And there's the eggs, and they take off, and they never see them again, and that's it. And so,
dumb question.
Yes.
What kind of knot are they tying? Do you know that?
It just kind of wraps around some coral. And
I'm just curious if there was a fisherman knot based on the shark knot. That would have been crazy as fuck is all I'm saying.
It's not a knot. But
it's the shark baby knot.
But if you think of coral, right, it comes out and there's little like membranes on it that come out and have these little like
spikes.
Fingers. Yeah, like fingers on it. So what they're doing is they're wrapping like circles around. And so they keep wrapping as long as they can. Right. And that like ties it around and keeps it there. So as long as other fish don't mess with it, they kind of stick around, and the sharks really know where to lay them and leave them there, that they're good.
Right.
So because of that process, and the sharks have nothing to do with their young, people, we can take them, and you can actually watch the whole process of a little like egg yolk turn into a little membrane, and then become a little baby shark in there, then become a little baby bigger shark in there, and you can see him wiggling around and doing all this stuff, and then it grows his little fins, and he's doing all this stuff, and he's swimming around, and then as the little yolk in there gets smaller and smaller and smaller, that's how you can tell that it's closer to the time of it's gonna come out of there.
No shit.
So I can't tell you how long that really takes. I want to say it's closer to like 3-4 weeks, but Jesus. I don't know for sure.
It's the fact that you know anything worth of it. So now here's the dumb question behind that set of serious information. So that baby shark song is fucking stupid then.
Very.
For the simple fact that the mama shark ain't nowhere near the baby sharks. The daddy shark don't give a shit about nobody. No. So there is no family.
No family at all.
It's just a baby shark, and then fuck it, I'm out.
Whatever. Handle yourself.
Damn. Get fucked.
Yep.
But I think that's like normal for most animals in the animal kingdom. They're like pre-programmed with more
mammals. Mammals are pretty much the only species.
But most mammals still come mentally fixated on good information. Like you're not, unlike human babies is what I'm saying. Like human babies, you have to teach them, all right, this is how you walk. This is how you start talking. This is how you do this. Don't fucking stab yourself. Shit like that. Like you have to do all that shit with human babies. You really don't have to, like animals don't deal with that shit. They're just like, get up. And then they eventually start walking and it's like, food is here. And they're like, all right, I got it. And then that's it. Like they don't go through a long learning process. Like for humans, it is almost the first 18 to 20 years of their life trying to learn how to live. And then we still fuck it up, by the way.
Because we have a full convoluted society that we have to learn about. Animals just have to learn how to not die, how to feed yourself and reproduce. As long as you learn those 3 things, you're doing great for the world. That's it.
Just gonna go ahead and hit this button real quick. Kelly, humans ain't figured out none of that shit. I just want you to know we have yet to learn how to feed ourselves at all. We are reliant on the grocery stores. Yeah. We definitely don't know how to reproduce anymore based on the current climate of 30,000 genders. We don't know how to reproduce anymore. We have no idea how that works anymore. We have yet to stop figuring out how to kill ourselves. We just come up with really good ideas and new ways on how to kill ourselves. Every once in a while, we got to take a few other people with us. We have come very good at killing ourselves. From birth, we just designed 1,000 different ways to not, exist without killing ourselves. Stabbing fucking electric outlets with forks and shit at baby ages. Why are you doing that? Stop that. But no, they still stick the fork in the fucking... I don't even know what made a baby think that was a good idea. It's like fork, outlet. Psst. And it's just like, that's a good idea.
I don't know about you, but I never had the attempt want to do that.
Me either. And I don't know if that makes me dumb or intelligent.
It makes you intelligent.
I don't know, because maybe I wasn't smart enough to experiment on the stupid thing that might get me killed. So we have come up with multiple ways from baby ages on up to find ways to kill ourselves. We keep inventing new damn diseases. Yeah, I said invent. Between AIDS and COVID, especially. Literally, mind you, COVID created in the lab. You can't say that's not facts anymore. And AIDS is literally a disease designed to keep you from fucking. The planet doesn't want us here anymore, is what I'm saying. We haven't figured any of this shit out yet. And then we just keep adding new shit like jobs and money that don't exist anymore. Like, we are really fucking all of this up. It's not that the animal kingdom has a simple version of it. It's we're just really good at making things complicated.
For no reason.
For no damn reason. All right, just had to put that up there real quick.
I'm glad I got to do Garland's move. For just a second there.
That's all.
It was great. Okay, you want to do commercials?
Is it time for commercials already? Holy shit. Time flies when you're having fun. All right. Hold on. Commercial break. Welcome back to the Nonsense Podcast. I'm still the host, FM Bobito. New York style, bitch. FM Bobito, man.
I wasn't ready for that.
Say word.
I wasn't ready for that.
And then Kelly's still here.
Hello.
Obviously.
Plain entrance.
Whatever. You sit back there.
I do.
Be happy. You didn't even have a nameplate until today. Now you get a nameplate.
I did.
It's crazy.
Thank you for that.
Right. And the only other episode you were on was the St. Patty's Day episode.
Yeah.
So look, 2 times in the front.
Yeah. See.
Would have been 3 if I didn't fuck up that one Friday episode. But it's okay. It's okay. We making up for lost time. So anyway, back to the animal kingdom. Again, I would like to ask this. Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this a few times now. And I think I mentioned it even on your podcast. Mm-hmm. Where do you find the time to learn all the stuff you have learned about animals?
Love animal facts. It's my favorite thing in the whole wide world. I grew up with zoo books and Jack Hanna. Rest in peace. Yeah, just watching that. Oh, and what's
National Geographics?
National Geographics. And why am I forgetting his name right now?
Steve Irwin.
And yeah, Steve Irwin.
That's sad. You couldn't think of Steve Irwin.
No, it was a different one.
Oh.
Zaboomafoo.
The little lemur?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I can't remember his name. Was his name Zaboomafoo? Mm-hmm. Okay. I just remember they used to cut to like a puppet version of him, then it was a cartoon version of him, and then it was the actual lemur. Yeah. And they'd just be sitting there. And I'm like, pick one.
Yeah, because they couldn't use the real lemur the whole time because he
wouldn't be still probably.
Yeah.
And he can't talk.
He can't talk. He was all over the place, and they get really distracted. So all the lights and stuff, they could really only be on screen for just a couple of minutes without being fed food. Right. And they didn't really want that to be like on screen for very long. But you didn't hear that.
No, I'm not listening, but I was trying to think of this fucking dog. Dog.
But yeah, Zaboomafoo. Great guy. Loved it. But they talked about all animals on there. It wasn't just lemurs. So they would do the lemurs and talk about him. He was like the star of the show. And then they would cut to talk about like other animals too. So they would, teach all the things. And it was great.
No, I actually did watch the show. Like, I just like the little bouncy dick.
Yeah. That's how they would walk. That's how they do walk.
Oh, no shit.
Mm-hmm. That's how they get around on the ground.
So, I know you don't know, but this would be... We're getting a lot of polls in this episode, by the way. I would like to know from the audience. Hopefully all of you, at least the 90s kids, remember Zaboomafoo, because that was a great show. But who are you putting pound for pound as the better animal that taught you a lot about everything? I feel like Zaboomafoo is up there. But mine's is always going to be Wishbone. I love Wishbone the dog. If we were to ever get any dog outside of the two we kind of have ideas for, I would love a Wishbone dog. I don't know. I think they're just beagles. But I think not that you have something against beagles, but I think you're just like, no. Is that a beagle?
No, he's a Jack
dog
Russell. I want to say it's a Jack Russell.
Wishbone was my guy. So for those of you who don't know nothing about Wishbone, Wishbone would just travel through time and dress up like a cool ancient somebody's story. Like, he just read books. That's all he did. There was a dog that read books. And instead of, like anybody else in the cartoon and TV learning world, they would just read you the story. No, not Wishbone. Wishbone was like, I am the main character in every story I read. So if he was reading you Robin Hood, that man became Robin Hood. And he was still a dog. And he'd be beating the shit out of fucking normal people. Like, nobody, he would just act. He was an actor. It would be regular people. Mm-hmm. And then it would just be Wishbone the dog. And he'd just be running around doing his shit. Just like, I got this. No, I'm fucking Robin Hood. And he'd be lacing arrows and shit. It was crazy in the motherfucker. Wishbone is that guy. Yeah. Wishbone is that guy. Is it a Jack Russell Terrier? There you go. See, look, the fact that you knew that, you were just like, ain't no beagle.
Yeah, I didn't watch the show, so I can't say much about what happened in it. But yeah, that sounds really cool though.
It was a dope show. And you like books. Mm-hmm. We have another individual who's gonna be on the show soon too, who is also an avid book lover. So we have to see if she remembers Wishbone. Yeah. Because Wishbone is that guy. If I'm not mistaken, he passed away recently. Which is crazy. Soccer the dog. So yeah, well, not recently. He passed away in 2001. 1988 to 2001. So that's what? 10, 12 years? 13 years. Jesus Christ. Math. Said public school education for your ass. I'm just like, man, it's...
Soccer?
Yeah.
That's cute.
Soccer the dog. Gotta put the whole thing on
there. Soccer the dog.
But yeah, I don't know why they just named him Wishbone. I think Wishbone's a better name.
That's his character's name.
Jesus, he's that much of a thespian actor. He's not only is he acting as everybody else, he's literally printing it right now. The artist formerly known as Wishbone. Wow. That's how prestige he was. He didn't spell out Wishbone ever. He just had a bone, and that was his autograph. It was Bone. That's artist formerly known as Wishbone.
Cute. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it so much.
So some Arcane 9 time. Some think positive information for your ass.
Oh shoot.
What is it? Jack Russell Terrier. How difficult are they for dog owners, I should say?
They are a sporting hunting dog. So, what they were bred to do was to hunt rats. So, they're gonna dig, they're going to bark, and they are going to love to shred things.
Shit. So none of the things you want. Let me rephrase. For most dog owners,
I feel like in the city, probably not. But if you're okay with giving those things to your dog, go for it. Because you can provide those things very easily, actually. So digging, you can go off season to any store, literally a Walmart to, I don't know, Target's. Five Below to anywhere. Get a cheap kiddie pool. They go for so cheap, like $5. You probably find one for cheaper. Fill it up with tennis balls or
sand.
You can do sand. You could do. I've seen people do bark or
like tree bark.
Huh. And what you're gonna do is like take their dinner. You can take just treats and scatter it in there, and that's gonna to get their like digging and their like scavenging out of their system.
And that's not a problem with them accidentally maybe consuming sand?
They're fine.
Oh shit.
I mean, for the sand, that's for the tennis balls and maybe the bark. For sand, I would do probably like
buried toys
and things like that. That'll do like the digging thing. But yeah.
Off tangent. Mm-hmm. Kiddie pool filled with kinetic sand. Sounds like that would be a lot of fun.
I think kinetic sand is toxic.
To humans?
To dogs.
Well, yeah. I'm just talking about in general. That's what I said. Tangent. Just for humans, for us, a pool filled with kinetic sand sounds cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Just imagine building a giant kinetic sand castle.
That would cost so much money.
No
but
shit.
it would be really cool.
Because like, ain't the little jars like fucking $10?
Yeah.
Mr. Beast. I'm calling you out, Mr. Beast.
I'm 100% sure he's done something.
If he hasn't, call up your boy. Effing ideas. Swimming pool filled with kinetic sand. Since it's Mr. Beast, he can afford it. Regular swimming pool filled with kinetic sand, and underneath all the sand, a briefcase with $1 million in it.
Oh my god.
Mr. Beast, shout me out. That's a $1 million idea, literally. That'd be dope as fuck. And maybe you're buried in one of the castles, so now you just got a bunch of people smashing kinetic sand castles, digging it up, trying to find a briefcase.
I just want to lay in it.
See, that's how you get them. Because half of the people are just going to be like, all the ASMRs and all of that, the asthmas. And they're just going to be too chilled to fucking dig for the money. Yeah. And then the money-hungry people just going to be like, where my money at?
I know it's in.
And kinetic sand, I feel like, would be harder to dig compared to just regular sand.
Because it forms into
Because it keeps forming back into itself. And with that much of it, it would pile and condense. Mr. Beast! I'm calling you out, my boy. This is a great idea. I'm not saying you ain't had a great idea in a minute. I'm just saying you ain't had this kind of idea in a minute. That's a move. That's a video.
Okay.
That's 100% a video. Mr. Beast. I'm just saying. www.fnentertainment.com. There's a button down below. Contact me. You know this idea is solid. I'm gonna clip this and put it on Instagram. Okay. Blow this Instagram up if you're watching Instagram. Blow this up so Mr. Beast here. Can we tag him into it? We'll tag Mr. Beast into it. $1 million idea.
How many times he gets?
I'm sure he does, but he ain't got this idea yet. I don't even want no money at it. I just want to be on an episode. I don't want nothing else. You got Keith to eat one of your candy bars. I'm just want to be in the background, just chilling while you fill up a pool of kinetic sand. Like that'd be dope as fuck for me.
Okay.
Just like effing idea. I'm just sitting in the back doing the SpongeBob dance.
Out.
For those of you who are listening, that was a moment you need to cut over to the video for. And for those who are watching that video, you better know what dance that was too. That SpongeBob is me boy. Anyway, back to the dog.
For the shredding, you can use when you get an Amazon package and it's filled with that paper, like the brown paper,
the packing paper, I guess.
Packing paper. You can use that, and just literally unfold it, flatten it out, put some treats in there, and just fold it onto itself. And what you're going to do is just lay it down. Your dog's going to start shredding it all up, making a big old mess all over the place. And it's okay, because you're just going to pick it all up.
It's for fun.
It's for fun.
All right.
If you have a dog that you know is going to eat everything, and you know that they're going to eat that paper, don't do the paper. You can also use...
Real simple.
Yeah, real simple. You can also use a whole head of, like, iceberg lettuce or a whole head of...
sneaking the veggies into playtime.
Or a whole head of, like, white cabbage.
You devious bastard.
Because it has the same effect.
You
as
son of a bitch.
The shredding and the thing, and they can eat it.
I'm mad for the dog. Like, you bitch, you snuck in vegetables in my fun.
If they're not totally into the lettuce or the cabbage, what you can do is kind of like peel it away a little bit, put some treats in there, maybe smear some peanut butter on the inside, and let them have it that way.
You motherfucker!
And
you
they can shred it up, and there you go. And they may not eat it. If they do, it's fine. It's lettuce.
Right.
They can eat that.
That's crazy that you already just devised a way to make them eat lettuce and veggies. You son of a bitch. I'm actually mad for the dogs. Like, I'd be mad as hell if somebody was just ran into my room while I'm playing PS5 and was like, broccoli, bam. Just like, you bitch. I was not looking for... I'm going to eat it because I got to now because you done threw it at me while I'm playing the game. But... well, you know what I mean. You looking at me like I'm out of my rabbit ass mind.
Well, yeah. Why would I throw something?
why are you sneaking in peanut butter and dog food and lettuce, you bitch?
Because it's solving an issue that they want to do.
Yeah.
They want to tear things up. Destruction is part of, like, scavenging and shredding is part of a natural thing that dogs want to do.
I would like to play my game without broccoli thrown at my face.
No one's throwing broccoli at you.
I'm just saying, it sounds like you just them type of people that would just throw broccoli in random moments to prove a point. It's fucked up.
No one's throwing broccoli at you.
Just a whole head of broccoli, or was it a crown of broccoli? Just wham. It's a crown of broccoli. Okay, I'm not crazy.
No one's throwing broccoli at you.
It sounds like you would do it if you had the chance. Anyway. So, comment below, who is your favorite learning animal? Is there any other learning animals? I know this is Boomafoo.
Oh.
Would you consider Barney a learning animal?
No.
He's a dinosaur. He teaches you manners. Blue's Clues. Would that be a learning animal? I don't think he's educational, though. I think he's fun times.
I think that's fun.
Yeah. Shout out to Steve. But fuck you, Steve. I'm still pissed at Steve. I don't give a fuck. He left.
You abandoned me.
You abandoned me and then gonna come back like it was sweet? Man, fuck you. Will Smith dad my ass and shit. Goodness. Took off for years. I had to learn how to live my life by myself. And then he gonna show up talking about I never forgot you. Bitch, you left me. Fuck Steve. Left us with Joe. Like, and you think it's sweet. You left us with Joe. Like, that's literally just an abusive dad. You just absent dad leaving us with an abusive dad. Fuck Joe. Joe was an asshole.
Joe was the worst, honestly.
Now, I don't know much about this new Chinese dude. He seems decent though. He's decent.
He's trying his best.
But you know what it is? And Steve said it best. He said it in a recent interview. The reason why he was the more popular pick, I don't know if I ever showed you that interview, but it was between him and two other people when they were picking guys. And the kids all drew towards Steve because Steve was slightly pathetic. That's what the director said. They said he had a pathetic vibe to him, and the kids were actively trying to help him because Steve looked like he needed the help. They tried to get these pretty boy dudes and stuff like that. I think that's what they were looking for, was like pretty boy, like more attractive facial feature individuals.
Yeah, we didn't want that.
And nobody wanted, oh, no, that nigga don't need no help. We do that shit as children. Like, he finna be fine. Like, don't worry about him. Steve looked like he was desperate, is all I'm saying. Anytime Steve asked for help, he genuinely needed the help. Like, anytime he was just like, where did Blue go? And I think he was actually lost. He was concerned. He was lost. I felt like that man was transported into a world that he didn't belong. He was trying to go the fuck home. That's the only reason why I excuse him leaving. He found the way the fuck out of this cartoon-ass world where the mailbox and Salt and Pepper's talking to him. This nigga was high as shit, and he finally came down off of his high.
Oh, no.
And he was like, I gotta sober the fuck. He didn't go to college. He sobered the fuck up. Because he was high as shit. And the Salt and Pepper was talking to him. The mailbox had him singing songs so he can get his mail. That's torture. That's torture. The man just wanted to read a letter, and the mailbox is like, I ain't seen the song, bitch. You got to do a whole show tune so he can get his bills. Like, that's fucked up. Man was going through some shit. So that's the only reason why I excuse him for leaving. But don't leave and then come back like everything was fine. You left us in a bad situation, that's all I'm saying. And
look what happened.
Joe was an asshole. Look at our entire generation, Steve. You fucked us. You fucked us all.
It's been every 5 years. We can't go 5 years, Steve.
Without a natural disaster, animals is pissed. All the animals are pissed. I don't understand how we pissed off every single fucking animal. We have pissed off so many animals. Our generation is the most vegan. Because we're just like, we'll stay the fuck away from them and say they so goddamn mad. All the animals mad was like, we won't eat shit. We just won't eat anything anymore. Fucking mad cow disease, bird flu, swine flu, West Nile virus, COVID coming from bats. All the animals upset. We had killer bees. They was on the swarm. They still out there. Fucking around. 2-inch bees. You crazy as hell.
They still around.
Everything. We had locust disease for a minute. This fucking locust was just taking everything over, cicadas and shit.
I remember
the world was pissed. And all we could think to do is just say, fuck it, we won't eat them. If we stop eating them, maybe they'll leave us alone. And we just keep developing new disease. Who did we piss off? I just want to know, when was the meeting? When was the giant boardroom meeting between all the animals where they were just like, they keep eating us, they keep killing us, they keep stepping on us. Somebody do something. And the cow was the first one to step up. Moo! And he was just like, I'm going nuts in this bitch. He was ready for action. Mad cow disease was the weirdest shit I have ever heard of in my life. Wow. You couldn't eat beef for shit or you was going crazy. It was the first sign of a zombie apocalypse, swine flu, bird flu, West Nile, all of that shit. They had a whole ass meeting, is all I'm saying. The cows was the first. The bats was coming up, but then we just found out it wasn't the bats at all. But I still don't trust the bats yet. They be cooking something up.
Leave the bats alone. No, they had nothing to do with
I don't trust bats. They're rats with wings. Absolutely not.
They don't do nothing to nothing.
No, we know vampires are a problem, and they're derivatives of bats. I don't trust bats. I'm just saying.
I told you the story of when I was a kid.
Why? Why? I just want to know why this is a story set up, ready to go. That's all I'm saying. Why are you fucking with bats?
Because, listen, okay, I come from a place where everything is very, very small, right? I lived in the middle of the woods, right, where nothing was. So we had a bat in our attic one time, right?
No.
And
move.
Everybody
you should have moved.
Everybody else was trying to get the bat out by like putting it in a box or like, you know, my grandmother was trying
Mono Ginobili the fucking bat?
What?
Go ahead and finish the story. I'm gonna tell you the Mono Ginobili story. Okay. I'm sorry.
My grandmother was trying to put the bat in a box or something, you know, just get it and get it out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just get it out of here. And so she was trying to like get it, and I was like, "I'll go get it." And
psychopath.
I was a little kid.
You're a psychopath. That's what you are. Bat girl. No problem.
So I go up there.
Did you squeak at it?
No.
It would be crazy as hell. Like you're the bat whisperer. Just and it just flew right to you.
Oh my god, no. But I go up, and you know, you take your time, and I got it in the box, and you close it up, and there you go. And then I take it outside, and I was outside. But I was so little, I was upset because I didn't get to hug the bat.
Because you're a psychopath. That's why. That's exactly why.
I wanted to give him a hug. He looked so fluffy.
Motherfucker's a leather-based rat.
He wasn't leather. He was fluffy.
Nah, bats are leathery.
No.
Those fucking demon-ass wings and shit. You are crazy. You are actually crazy. Don't you touch me. Nah, see, I thought you Ginobili that bat. For my sports fans, here's a great story. Manu Ginobili, shooting guard of the San Antonio Spurs. You know, they got some big old women down there in San Antonio. Shout out to Chuck on that one. They got some big old women down there in San Antonio.
What?
You ain't never heard Chuck do that bit?
No.
Chuck was on San Antonio women. Something serious for a good year, too.
Goodness.
They got the big old bloomers down there. They Victoria's Secret is safe down there in San Antonio because them big old women in San Antonio down there. Anyway. So, it was a Spurs game. And apparently, somehow, a bat got in the motherfucking stadium. It's flying around. And they got fucking pest control people out there. They got niggas with nets and shit trying to catch this bat. Can't nobody catch this bat. They had to stop the game. Because this bat kept just flying, trying to catch oops and shit. Like, fucking up the game. So, like, there was some Ginobili, just, I don't know what country he's from, but you obviously know he ain't from this one. He just walks on the court. He's just watching the bat and just watching the bat. Bat swoops down. He just goes, pat. Just smacks the shit out of the bat, then goes and picks him up. And then just hands him to the dude on the side. Like, here, take this bat and get him out of here. And I'm just like, fucking psychopath. He's just ready to smack bats in a moment's notice. He was just like, I'm trying to win this game. I think they won that game, too.
I mean, you kind of have to.
Ginobili is one of them individuals. He just did some weird shit. He played without a shoe. Like, shoe just came off mid-game. So he just said, fuck it, I'm going to just play with one shoe. Like, you would think you kick off the other shoe. No. Going back to that previous episode, remember when we was talking about the both shoes on each foot? Oh. And see, Mr. Invincible thought you couldn't function with one shoe. And there's NBA players out there playing with one shoe. No problem. Ginobili's out there smacking backs and shooting a J. Shoeless. It is possible. Now, granted, he did have a sock on, but the equilibrium and balance, not a problem for him. If he had to play barefoot, he would have. That's all I'm saying. Ginobili's that guy. But yeah, no, that's what he did. He just fucking smacked shit out of the bat, picked it up, and just handed it off to the sidelines. Just like, hey, get this bat out of here. I'm trying to win a game. Y'all out here playing with these bats. He's out there smacking bats. Crazy than a motherfucker. Anywho, and the episode time. So, song of the week, or song of the episode. I gotta get a graphic for that. Just like, song of the episodes. What are you thinking? What's a good song for this episode? I think I got one that's topical since we talked about animals. But go ahead. Go first. Fine. Since we discussed animals, I'm going to stick with Animal by 3 Days Grace. It's a great song. I don't know if you remember that one. Yeah. I don't remember any of the lyrics. I just remember his scratchy ass voice. It didn't do the dark inside of me. That man cannot sing for shit. But it fits with the music though. Yeah. His scratchy, destroyed voice fits perfectly with 3 Days Grace. But I don't think he'll be singing into his 50s, is all I'm saying.
So there's technique when it comes to music, and he didn't study it.
No, he didn't study any of that shit. I could have sworn he was the guitarist at one point, and then he like moved over to vocalist. I don't know. All I know is his voice is ridiculous. It sounds great for the music. But yeah, I like Animal. Animal's a great song. The animal I have become.
I can't think of one.
Just name a song you like in general.
I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go Vermilion.
Vermilion's a great song. I was thinking, and I think we mentioned it in season 2 at some point about just doing a sing along. That's one of my favorite songs to sing along to from Slipknot. Because he has that one long note that he can hold that I don't think I can do anymore. But I used to be able to hold that long ass note in the middle, and then it just cuts right back into the next fucking bars. Killer. Do you enjoy Vermilion Part 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Some people are just kind of iffy with Part 2 songs. But you definitely aren't one of the few, because there's a lot of like, you like songs that are Part 2s over the original, because I know you like Metallica's I'm blanking.
Yeah.
I'm blanking.
Unforgiven.
Unforgiven. You love the Unforgiven too.
Yeah, that's my favorite one actually. Out of those,
the 3 that they have. So understandable. So yeah, Vermilion for her, Animal for me. Coming soon, Spotify playlist apparently.
Mm-hmm. What did we say we're calling it?
Effing cuts or effing deep cuts. Effing deep cuts. I wish I can get a graphic for it, so whenever we do the deep cuts, it's just like a fucking Swiss word. Fucking effing deep cuts, kid.
Let's see if we can put emojis on there. I don't think you can.
I'm sure we can. If I try hard enough.
We'll see. But yeah, look out for that real soon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm making it.
All right. And as always, check out Kelly's stuff. Kelly's got her own podcast, Think Positive Podcast. I'm the engineer on that one. I get to push buttons. Much easier when I just have to push buttons back there and chill instead of being entertaining. But when you got to do both, impossible. Yeah, but yeah, she's got a dope podcast. And this was kind of like a teaser to that podcast because the way she spoke about animals in this, no different than her vast knowledge. Is just more catered towards the puppy kind. So give it a shot. You'll learn some stuff. You know, would be really cool if we can get that dude from TikTok, the black kid with the koala. See if you guys can link up. He actually liked one of your fucking comments on.
Yeah. So he was doing a lot of like dog things lately.
Mm-hmm.
And he said one about like he didn't understand why, or he said that dogs like reggae and classical music, which they do, but he didn't know why. And he said he guesses it's kind of like lo-fi for us. Mm-hmm. And I commented that they actually like lo-fi too, which they do. And so if you get like cafe music, that kind of like lo-fi cafe sounds,
mm-hmm.
Perfect, good stuff for like chill time. So they like lo-fi too, and the comment said that the reason that they
your comment, by the way,
my comment is the reason that they like that type of music is the rhythm of it actually slows down their heartbeats a little bit, the same way that type of music does for our hearts, and that's why that type of music is really calming. So he liked it, and I was like,
It's crazy. So here's a kicker for you. You know she knows a lot about dogs when she's stumping and throwing facts at the man who knows all the animal facts. Mm-hmm. He knows everything, and she's just like, actually, you didn't know this. I'm gonna slide you some information that you didn't know. So yeah, check out our podcast. And if you're in Chicago and you need some dog training, rk9training.com.
And we're also doing virtual.
You're doing virtuals now, so now you don't have to only be in Chicago, which is crazy. That you're that good. You're fucking training over Zoom. Yep. You're killing it. You're killing the game. And I've seen you do it. Impressive, mind you. Impressive that you can pick up on dog tendencies and behaviors and convey that information to another person without even having to be there. Yep. She's phenomenal at her job, goddammit. I'm just saying. And this is not me just hyping her up. I'm just sitting here just like, how the fuck are you just outdoing everything I knew about dogs? Like, we all know Caesar, the dog whisperer, as being a dog trainer. And you're just like that man's ass. He's absolute ass.
Let's just say I have been working with animals of all species for a little over 10 years. And I have never in 10 years have been bit by a dog or other species. This man, Caesar Milan, has been bit and been sued by multiple people and dogs multiple times. It's ridiculous. That's not how you judge. It's not how you train. That's not okay. It's scary. If you literally call somebody in for help and your dog literally bit somebody and you're bleeding everywhere, do you think you're going to feel safe with this dog in your house?
When a trained professional comes in and fucks up.
When a trained professional is
Bark
bleeding?
Lives Matter. Make that a t-shirt. I think somebody might get slightly upset by that, but I think that's clever. Bark Lives Matter. Don't be locking up my boys.
That video of when Caesar like really seriously got bit because he stupid ass put his hand in the dog's food.
Yeah.
That really famous video that he put everywhere. That video came up again, and I was like, this is how resource guarding happens. I commented that, and all the stupid people are coming out again.
Of course.
And I've just kind of been ignoring it. I just put this is how resource guarding. Don't touch food.
You have to show dominance. All I'm saying is it's stupid, and the man's out of his mind when South Park started making fun of him.
Yes.
So just throwing that out there. But anyway, again, as you can see, the lady knows what she's talking about. Check her podcast out.
Don't touch your dog's food, please. Please don't touch your dog's food. If you literally have been at work all day long and you come home and someone smashes your fucking sandwich that you've been waiting all day to eat, how would you feel?
Like the kangaroo jack that's finna box that gorilla. we throwing hands. Put your paws up.
Exactly. That's exactly what happens, and that's why dogs get pissed. If that's what happens over and over and over again, and you just can't eat in peace, they're gonna just find more effective ways to get the food, and eventually it's gonna be to an extent where biting is what works to get you away.
It's just if for those who might be, intellectually not sound because you listen to my podcast, if you faded in and out of that set of information, you couldn't tell that she was talking about dogs or a married couple. That's all I'm saying. Just saying. I just know there's some of my fans that are just they have attention deficit disorders and they're not diagnosed. That's all I'm saying.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. That's nonsense for your ass. But yeah, check her shit out. Obviously, she knows what she's talking about.
That'll be the next episode of Think Positive because it's roaring right now.
Oh shit! Sneak peek.
Yes.
Sneak peek.
Yes.
So yeah, check her stuff out. She's on YouTube. She's on Spotify. She's on our website. She will be on our website. Link trees below. As for me, you found your way here, so you should be able to find your way elsewhere. www.fnentertainment.com. Really easy to find. Hold on, let me hook you up one more time. It's right here. It's right here. Look at that. Is that the button? Nope. I can't get it to scroll anymore. This is some bullshit. But either way, whole website right there. You can click all the buttons and do all the things you need to.
Look at all that Instagram work.
Instagram information, shop information, buy merch and whatnot if you need to. Drop a tip for your boy. If you just want to leave me a few dollars, by all means, do that for me. Yeah, everything's at fnentertainment.com. Link trees are always below. No excuse not to find me. Tell 5 friends to tell 5 friends, man. Super simple. Blow this podcast up. Other than that, that is an episode. We will catch you on another day, on another episode. Because I guess Kelly's going to maybe do 2, maybe 3 episodes. 5 episodes. 100 years, Kelly and Bob. 100 years until we get Szechuan sauce back. Do they still have Szechuan sauce?
No, I don't think
Good.
they do.
It's fine. It's fine.
They didn't do it right anyway.
It's disgusting, so it's fine. Nobody needs it. Anyway,
Goodbye. Get out. Leave.
Before we start another 16 minutes of the episode.
Goodbye.